omu here committee a sebi matia ehwe nsuo so ehwe eye hawa yensuo ni yenema nyina akono first of me enhyase mfi hanom oti 280% tariffs proposal na eye sebi Ghana water for ediaba no net o saying wadama
yo mida masi na mechie tiefu na dibi kan mete ni mo de na emuyome na kakra ase adeno dos dodo na de woman say bomu eni ba be share but omo fasa proposal we of that quantum no antu yenim sa omo amaye hu say omo pese omo to insu kanmu ekudru baby a edri but womuma yeti asie say managing director no chief executive officer of Ghana Water and in management ni nyina in technical support system ni nyina omu nyina no mo ba be hia yin na womuma yeti asie say insu ho kanu ayedin swa na eko na se ni isi kosro no se oman hwe no man nye hu bibia bedru baby no omuntumi nye nsuo ne ho adwuma eno de omuma yeti ase pa nye se omuntumi nye ho adwuma se bia akwadwo na ase ni ha na embom sikasem no edru pemponsuo bia oman hwe ya kanu minia na emene wo mu if it's ombetua water ombetua electricity na omu wi a ometua adwuma efo ka afi die how mo kese pa eni niema infidie eni enu a wo mo de besone nsu ni so eno ne ade a ko mo kra efise ne bo no eso na ekọ efise o mo hia dodo e bia ye adwuma ndi so obisa me a de mekane se komo a wo ba e o mo ni di na mbom se o mo to ade no mu over 200% there wo mo ni ankanisa o mo ni ani sa ankomo no
na honorable okay ye beba eno so but enema omuni mudi hu nkomo no eye aketua na face so chemicals no aye de esolve eye yensuo na ebe ma ensuo no etumi agina yie masabi nipa betumi anom no na omo kanisa no they didn't request for any additional increment bia to sustain sabi chemicals na enema no mo kan ho asem no
yes wo mo eka tren say ye moa wo mo on se ekoba se ni ma omo de ye nsuo no se wo ni bo no koswa so ombe hin sika wo mo de ebe yes adwuma no
okay
na sika no nso no ma me ankasam bisa wo mo se okay na se ne omo ka sika aban bo wo mo no wo mo no sika na wo mo gige no wo mo de ye de eno wo sika wo mo gige no endru bia ankofo nso entria illegal bibriwum aban na nkasa so edeka eno so ya na negie no ayedin inti no se omo ka se omo hwe omo ankoa omo ho odin se internally generated funds se ye digito ne die tua insuo kabia ene nka adwuma no nka a good data if you say omo digito no a sika omo nya no eno nkoa no intumi enso adwuma entumi nso chemicals no ho hwe cause chemicals no muhia no ni bo ayedin it is omuhia do nso compared to the previous times no enti ama eniema no ayedin amom di kan ni pe doso communities ba na eba ena wo mo de no so town and cities on say yenya towns no we are moving from the villages to towns nkunu ebia krubia na krukitwa 10 or 15 years ago and then abe krukese inipe wum ibi bru be 30,000 40,000 you cannot consider that town as a village. It is a town into the basa na be town no eye woman said it is their responsibility to make sure say they have a potable water in this ekobasa na ama adwuma no sika ben no mo de be ye adwuma no nti say aban no amboa wo mu a na ma o adwuma no ye no ayedin na ye hwa you say we call even the big cities to say Kumasi, Accra, Takra, the Tamale ni ade no krampu no unhyeda nya area obeka say ebiasa areas we no wo enya total coverage wo san ye no 24 hours 7 days a week unya bisa ntino se wan pe reservoir na say tank bibia nsuo no eba bia be say 2 or 3 days a week ni nyina no enye wo mu process na eso mo ye no nanso so ma anye ne saa obi nye bi num kra na obi nye bi nje ne bibia ntino eso mo ration nsuo no wonu nyina no na aye nsem a te say hadwen a na enunti wo mu sika wo gigi no intumi emboa wo mu ena wo senya losses nso bi o wa ma eyi no wo mo pipes pipes na did that form ni ade no eyi no a insu ni famu no did that form no e bi o ho a e di be say 50 years e bi di be 40 years ni ade inti wo na ho atuatu inti no nsu no so bibiri na mi will see percentage na omo kan percentage eno so eco waste eno so sse omo tumi ni sika omo de be sa pipelines ni ade no nyina se ne be ya dada no a nsu ni nyu no nsu so de on se tokotutu e bi da ho pa e betumi anyu sa ntini ni nyina no ka ho ntini minua and some of them catch the na ano shikakra.
Honorable, se me you fee a parliament na me kasi bi a yen shatare as ordinary Ghanaian.
Na wanga sana uyi me se minye no uyi me
because question na maybe sa na bi ana ODMP ni kan ho wonti me ama me wankasa wadwenkyire yie ntina me kasa no. The issue of sa issue ya de bia ye boss war na eye timemufo yete aya na ha adwene bebre asese bio enwuma no anase utility institutions no omo nsheda en live up to their tax de tie ni who can also say illegal amanfo ye illegal se na face no se bibibre na so entuaka senior senior fata losses so esusu ewum uko ECJ ye can the same thing chiro the same story and ye were losses and you will say na amanfo entua adan na omuntumi nya sa akukuduro no enko bigger institutions no honom entumi nkogigye omu sika na mmom no eka ne bekam nanso no yebesan fa another backdoor ni abeka se mu increase tariffs no emayen ye increase we are what check here every subsequent government bia no there is an opener for these utility agencies to get themselves in getting tariff increment enti se wo ka eda ho na wo just aka ne ho na obeka kire me say yen san entutum yen hwe na yen mamu entutumu a woni timemufo ndi ni yi o ana meboa
the wokan say bia say ne wokan so wo hwe no ordinary with the ordinary lens ordinary spectacle and our day hwe dia the wokan ne kwan so ano no the entina you will be a bunshu na wafakoti kwan so wono krampo no bia obehwe krampo no na nsu no kra no woton no and so woma moho emma meje tumi krata emma no tumi tonsu no na wontua hoka enti no wotua te se obi a owu anom ana obudi asinema na obudi aye na age ofie na munina mutua pe na mutua pa no ono akwakoton no ono anyi sika na afi ɛho asɛm ba na mo se ɛne ye check mu nyina mo so eno ɛyɛ baako anase bienu ade ntina mutumi tena ho na mfidie no anase mo pipelines no say na mo nyini na mo ya mo de ho ka no asama yen say yen kotua nanka ohwia wo ohwe mu se ne wo kan say yen no menhye ordinary ata nanka yemfa and discuss ade no anka ne kwan so anu no but don't say woni wonum ehia na wonum din komo na hwehwe wo mu nsemu na hwehwe wo nkrata mu and nema ne bi wo ho a ya na emfiri wo mu
okay
media mi see no na madwen ye me say akwadworo ene ye wo mu nanso no o sa ehwemu a wo mu de nkrata ne ade no kyerɛ wa utumi mu say enya akwadworo sisi yi wo mu no omunyanya nka o mafa nipa bebre a mutumi ye sa adwuma we nanso no akatua esem eye problem sisi ye omunyanya nka o befa nipa bebre pa na nka o mahwe o madwuma no so ama wo mu enfa ne say inspectors eni wo mu aye ena omunyanya sumpa nka o be prepaid won't talk water and sana ye biama nanso so sa ne mani nyina no a eyi sikasem ena wo mu de nti so mu hwe wo mu ahoden sika wo mu etumi gigi no ene adwuma wo mu ye no a so mu ka so mu eye ne sa ebe ha wo mu ntumi nye sika ntua aka na se be Ghana hanso de so unya fa nipa na adwuma no aka kire ne se wa ma na adwuma so won ye dia ese boso so a utua ne sa ye nye bibia for free
okay
na ya nkasa na yetu ho ase nipa na nkasa no untumi nkasa obi nsore mbre adwuma anopa wi anwubre na owi a na okofie kwa onwu tua ne ka nti sa ne mani nyina no ese ye ankasa Ghana fo no ese ye nsu ese okay ekwa ba na ebe fa so a ye be hwe ye nsu ase na we are making ye ankasa Ghana fo mimpese ye be ye no political wahun ya ne dru baby ya ne ye kasem bi ho a ya ne binu ho monte ase omo fo say bibia politics especially union no NDC for one di bibia ye politics bibia sisi e krampo no aware krampo no aye politics o ko ware a say me NDC ni say me bisa say wo political family no dey and say we political family ni MPP ni no ni some ware akudu baby akudu no
wow
well say who political family and your family no traditional family o political family and sana maware intinu ye di bibia NDC for men ka NDC for nko but the rate NDC for the politics ewura Ghana ha no ama aye to say bibia essay adentina make us feminia galamsey ye we ku for Dubai o say odini ni presidency no to line so nanka de ye fifia ni say enka Ghana fo nyina bo dompim ya boboso nanka ye di papa echi nanka galamsey no yetumi aye ho adwuma ne ahwe kwa be fa so a ye be responsible mining papa ni dia no enye say bia no kan say on pese obi sabe kona no nemu entinu ye ti krom ha say ya ye pese ye ditum say so okro no kra na won sabe ko anu a sisi gya wo na wo ye enye sa na ye no entinu o pese sa mining no if irresponsible mining no responsible mining na irresponsible mining ye kanu galamsey no ebi ni say ye say nsuo no ye tu galamsey no wo nsuo ho ye nsuo no ye di ye num no eno na ye sa de ho gold no na gold no nsuo no etene ebegu nsuo no mu na gold no nsuo no so no eyi wom chemicals wom ena esa ya teche If it's a kradia, yena nim send ye. One machines near the the kradi, a bone suno, any anuano, and a dear teche, and a train akugun sunim. Yen fee. It is a trickle goose to no one yen suno, it is a chocolate drink.
Yes,
na san so no anso na Ghana waterfall as I say wo so na ya koji na minua yaw me bisa o de ne ya preko na de
Kojo Preko
kojo me bisa wo say insu a ayete say cocoa drink aye do make agum na wo so na baye insu koji fita utumi efu wanim ewu mu no kojo ni ye no eda form
enye easy sir.
Yes, how can you expect somebody to do that?
Okay.
How do you expect the company to do that? It means to say, as a sort of book, they say, and pray noon is here, and son when you show no papa.
Yeah, fancy.
Nase, ye politics. Meanwhile, ye Ghana hankwane to go do.
Yeah.
In Ghana, Africa, there were a lot of places, because Nyamende gold, were the African. A lot of countries, they do responsible mining. Go to South Africa and see if they are talking about Galamsey.
Okay.
And a idea, Kojo. It's a so mining, say. Galamsey no because I am telling you say a Ghana waterfall and come out money di no the air kwako si ni ti ni nkon ni nine ni kotoje ni be bia Galamsey. I am telling you on authority say law star omunya ewo omayi mu nyina no wo keka bom eni adwuma efo ne ayi ni nyina enu ye ketwa di ye kese wo mu a how much pa Galamsey.
All right honorable
na say ye to one na mo ye no preto sa be ye kakra no enye say ye be kransu ye sukom ne be kuyen
okay
sukom be kuyen
okay honorable you better say pa ne eye enkoma ne yedi anope wo KSbenMaakye so
mitube da masi
yene the Honorable Kofi Ahinkra Mafo or a ranking member in my committee on sanitation and water resources or sanso MP Emma Achiase constituency no AD and Komonefa the issues surrounding the 280% water tariff and I face a hunsun so the intia Ghana water for the airba and then the answer to KSbenMaakye question I could be said which has to do with the insuya semia nafi yenhwese betimi ama the state of emergency on Galamsey and also betimi abaswa and hon komo any yedin but quickly yenko zoom right yenko zoom nafi yene UTAC president Maakye UST Professor Eric Abavari if was a Abavari good if I get the name right Abavari no ending komo emfa this issue good morning prof na mami bisa same way and media encounter a question was asked by the KSbenMaakye team with regards to the Insuna essay and so increment but the main question had to do with the state of emergency that has to be declared by Omanpenyi. But I'll say we're ruling out state of emergency for now. KNUST paying for our mother friends UTAG before even election calling for the same state of emergency and all that. Today, President has ruled out state of emergency on Galamsey fight, asking that we should go on using the necessary fairness apparatus and that will be the last thing if all these apparatus and to me anye jumana. Your view and your take on this particular issue.
Thank you very much, Kojo, your viewers and your listeners. if I should be brutally frank with you and the people of Ghana, then there's only one word that can describe the president's statement. The president is dishonest. Very dishonest. For saying that calling the state of nation, the state of emergency is not the thing to go. Well, that was calling for the state of emergency. Was it me or him and his appointees? So this hypocrisy on the part of the president's statement last night was so, for me, so sickening and very annoying for him to make that statement. And I don't blame him because it was a planned thing that he wanted to do, and he has done it. And it started with Seydou Ketia. He came on City News that the call for state of emergency will violate people's right. And I was asking in Burkina, how do you call it? Boku, when state of nation was called there, didn't it also violate the people's also human right there? So I feel so embarrassed by those statements of the president that calling the state of emergency is not timely. It's not timely. If you have the play tapes, go back and play those tapes for people of to listen. That's my take.
But Prof, my main business has some way. Is it not the fact that president will want to go through the process? One, if he says that Sebi calling for emergency right now, no, he will not rush it. That doesn't mean that he's not going to call for emergency or state of the emergency against illegal mining. But the issue is we have a system, and the system we should be using, no, air coso in terms of a soldier form blue water guards and all those people nina no sebi yahye nina yehwe say system nina ebeye adwuma say sadie we nina anye adwuma dia, then the last resort is calling for state of emergency, and that again even has to go through the processes with parliament and getting a number of times or days or weeks or whatever it is that they have to use it for. I didn't think that man or that your friend is saying leverage, and I said that opportunity, and I said doubt, to say benefit of the doubt, I should say, to say yes, Ogusu, and the process will take its own course on that.
Again, it is laughable. Last year, before the prior, what do you call it, administration, how many kind of task force did we have? Didn't you have Operation Vanguard? Didn't you have Operation Flash Out? Mention all those operational task forces, and they failed. And then we said we should call for emergency. He has been in office for 8 years and 8 months. And if what he claimed to have put in place is working, the stability will not cross 20,000 NTU. If what he claims now that we should allow him to go processes, then the stability will not cross 20,000 NTU. It's number one. Number two, when COVID came, did we have to wait? When COVID came, did we have to wait for Parliament before we called the state of emergency and the lockdown? We did the lockdown before parliamentary approvals were sought. So if they see it as an imminent threat, existential threat, then how should we be thinking that we should go through some processes before you call that state of emergency? Again, it's much of hypocrisy that they don't want to do. That is all. And so I was sad when I even heard Honorable Hayim Kuramafu speaking about Galamsey, how hypocritical he also was. That last year he was here when we were talking about the same Galamsey issue. He was at MP then. What did he do? What did he say? And now he's found his voice criticizing Galamsey now. You see the hypocrisy I'm always talking about. This is hypocrisy, that system is hypocritical from the two political parties. And nobody should be deceived and be fooled. Now what they are saying that they are going to do it. They aren't going to do anything. Last year, Ahinkra was speaking that the national administration was putting measures. Was it the Nadu who put in the LI 2462? to people to enter into the forest reserves. So what are they talking about? So don't be fooled by what they are saying. It is a blatant lie, and they want to destroy this country for their own selfish need. And so Ghanaians, I have always insisted we must call on civil what? Disobedience. It is when we are called for civil disobedience that the political class will know that the people now the increment you are asking 2% who is going to pay? It is the citizens who are going to be asked them to pay. So if they have embarked on civil unrest, then they will listen. Right now, like Baumia used to say, when the economy is blah blah blah, they say red what expose you. It's when the treatment of what the Galamsey is not right, fundamentally the water body will expose you. So the water body, which the turbidity, has exposed them. And I'm disappointed in Ayokra.
Prof, when you say civil disobedience, what are you exactly calling for?
Sir, I say, I say, because Ghana water for I see a code, you copy me say, I'm going to make sure, say, well, I'm saying, no, a giant costume. And so then, yati, Saturday, no more pen for faculty, so then in Yano, says can expect it. This is not what BB said. I'm trying to say, it's not coming in Moko. What's that coming in Moko? Now, me, I put the meeting won't be free. Sada wa kwa si to them say mama inso na say no beto nso am ti ba bi no yes inso na say ni ti no me I say be trust I ka we me na me o inso ni say me am yes citizen no me body be na me o me body ni say it is civil disobedience no it is the citizens that must force them to do the right thing they will not do because we've seen that MPP NDC none of them want to do it. And for the citizen must rise up against them.
Prof, again, Sir Omanpenyika said we have not exhausted all the powers even given to the state apparatus to do what they're doing. Clearly, say a boss will say, okay, state of emergency, Prof Chichirimu, and no, a dear potting and a beya a bit to me assessor. Sebi asema ye Kenya na se galamsey tu no ebetumi amba so obi ka say okay mo say any state of emergency atia say so manpanyi declare what will happen, what will be the solution, I mean, if you declare state of emergency.
But I say one, let's start from technical point, you know, by calling state of emergency technically among the military people, the security, they best understand what it means. That is number one. Number two, yet your mind 1979, 81 year, friends saying, couldn't as if on a free cat, you know. So the bonus here will be at me go baby. And see a room by me at you. Yes, sir. In this year, state of emergency, I say, I'm ready to see who so in a putting by beer. Then I'll your home. It's you. Such as say, get us to me, sir. They see what a friend is saying, Bokono. Let's have a no more. In this is how you see Boko. I can't even know what's that. Instead of emergency, you talking Kessben. Young declare that the hard idea. Yes, see, and put Patamuna, Sadian air custom. The whole year declare. The whole year declare. In this own declare of some Patamuna. Who I think I'm young to come as a better behind. Yanka movie. In this whole thing. Process and where exhausting in ya. Then it mismarks of hypocrisy in America. When you want you so bad. Yeah, COVID, no, you're lucky. I can't you're lucky. Greater from us, you're lucky. Obama you're lucky, baby. Into what you say, Kojo, on Sanya Nadri say, that's what you need. You have a dad amount for no. No, my say a cockroach the John. No, I may almost I don't go into a beer and Nadri so because of Bibia. Some Bibia. That's me, they know what to do. The point is that they know what to do. When they call the state of emergency, they know what to do. I must not tell them.
Let me quote President by saying this. Or say, we have the opportunity to arrest anybody, to confiscate any such thing. The laws for forest protection and all that give us enough powers to be able to act. This is what Mahama is saying. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should not. It should be the last resort. Now, when he was even answering the question, beyond this one, he did say that military for security for Ukraine. Initially, when we had issues with police for no more Konana Sebi Obi Nim, who was giving them the authority to be doing all that and all that. Now we have a task force, IGP task force no Muguno, Amasisiano Omaye, a very robust one to really look at these matters that I'm talking about. That I'm even quoting him to say that they have opportunity to arrest anybody who is doing that. Is that not even enough to say that then let's mellow on the state of emergency?
You see, the reason why people are asking for the state of emergency is that they see inertia, power inertia on the part of the president, both Ganado and himself. If you think you have power to exercise, to curtail the carnage, what is preventing you from doing so? Who is preventing you from exercising the power to do so? Nobody is preventing you. So for you to say that you just want to restrain and do all this big English and nice statement, it's fluke. We have task force having to be set up. Watch them. They are innumerable. The thing is that, Kojo, let me tell you authoritatively, that if you want to solve what I'm saying now, you can solve unequivocally. And in fact, you don't even need 1 month to solve Galamsey. 1 month, I'm telling you. And let me show you how to do it. If truthfully, excavators that they are asking, that they are tracking, they are doing all that. If indeed the excavators have been tracked and know them and seize them, and there's no circulating excavators, it means the use of excavator is gone. Number two, all the chemicals which is cyanide, mercury, whatever, that are infiltrating through our borders and the polar borders, if they curtail those ones, it means that they wouldn't get mercury and the chemical they want to use to what? To do the Gamsi. So they are deprived of that one too. Number three, the champagnes, the champagne machine, the champagne pump, whatever, if all of them have been collected and destroyed, now tell me, with these three variables, they are not in place, then tell them to continue to do what I'm saying. You don't stop them. Go and do what I'm saying. It means the person will have to use pickers and shovel. And if the person uses pickers and shovel, he got there today, tomorrow, his revenue returns will not be enough. And so nobody will ask him to sleep. So you have naturally killed it without forcing anybody to stop. This is the fact of the matter. And are they willing to do so? The very day, I tell you again on authority, the very day that 8 officials were killed, I was on my way going there. In fact, I had gone there, finished the program on my way coming. Just after Obuasi, and some villages are there. They're right there, left and right. Champagnes are being built. Champagnes are being what? Built. Right there. And champagne, what are they used for? It's not for water body, go to Galamsey. Excavators were being hired right down there. And they told us we were doing responsible creative mining. Apple, those guys died needlessly. May the soul of Major Maxwell Mahama rest in peace. And the needless death of the 8 officials, they will not forgive the people of this country and the leadership of MPP and NDC.
Prof, you better say, Radin Shaw, Repemino, you better say, Babiopa, Yadasipa.
You know, I say,
Yane, Prof, Eric Abavari, or your UTAC president, KNUST, and no Eddie in common regards to the state of emergency on our water and as mining areas in the Galamsey fighting. But question now, maybe some man penny at this answer way in our banner. Gintie. Mom 192.9 office one more Kessben TV no so no mon share question any answer na o man pani e de ema me no efa the issue of state of the state of emergency when it comes to Galamsey fight no mo me nhwe na afi yinti.
In your remarks you did touch on the issue of mining, and I want to commend your government with the achievements you chalked, but recently, we heard that Ghana Water Company is proposing almost about 280% increment in tariffs. One of the major reasons they raised has to do with Galamsey and how it is affecting them to get us good or potable water. In this way, I would want to ask, Mr. President, would you then consider the argument that we should have the state of emergency when it comes to illegal mining? Thank you.
I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the Galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency. We have the opportunity to arrest anybody, to confiscate any such thing. There are laws for forest protection and all that give us enough powers to be able to act. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should be the last extreme, the last resort. So for now, let's exercise all the powers we have. And if it becomes necessary for a state of emergency, then we'll look at it. It means we have to go to Parliament. The President can't just declare a state of emergency without, going to Parliament, because there's a limit to how long you can maintain that state of emergency. And so I believe that we still have leverage to continue to fight Galamsey without necessarily implementing a state of emergency. It means that we have to delineate the areas where the state of emergency is operational. And if you look at the area where Galamsey is taking place, it covers several districts of our country. And so we would do it if it becomes necessary. But for now, I think that we've given the security services enough powers to be able to deal with people who are found to be involved in Galamsey. There was also a question that was tied to water, but it also had to do with Galamsey. It says that the justification for water company asking for such a steep increase was because of the cost of treating the water. And I answered it in terms of the tariff, but not in terms of the Galamsey in the water. But in my statement, I indicated that we've just started with the Blue River Guards. We're training more and more of them. These are long expanses of water bodies. And so far, those we've trained are 600 and something. They are not enough to cover even the length of the Ankobra. And so as we recruit and deploy, because they patrol the water bodies, if they see any chamfam machine on the water body, they seize it and we burn it, we destroy it. And so I gave you the number of chamfam machines we have seized and destroyed. As we continue to increase the numbers of these Blue River Guards, I'm sure that we'll be able to cover the tunnel, we'll be able to cover the prow, we'll be able to cover the Ankobra. And we hope that then we will start seeing, some reduction in the turbidity of the water. But even more than those on the water bodies, the destruction is the forest reserves, because the rivers take their catchment areas from the water reserve. So if you destroy from the forest reserve, if you destroy the forest reserve, the river or the stream will dry up, because where it takes its water source will no longer exist. And so that's why at the beginning of the struggle, I said our focus is going to be on the water bodies and the forest reserves. And then we can stretch out to other areas. So as we train more Blue River Water Guards, we would see an improvement in the turbidity levels of the waters. the various, we do occasional review of tariffs. And when these tariffs are about to be reviewed, proposals are requested from the utility organizations. And so I noted that recently Ghana Water presented their proposal, and Electricity Company of Ghana also presented their proposal. It doesn't mean that the proposal they present is what is going to be implemented. We have the regulator, which is the PURC, that looks at all the factors, including the exchange rates, including the cost of production and all that, before they determine what increase in tariff is allowed. And so the fact that you hear that water company says they're going to increase by 200 and something percent does not necessarily mean that PURC is going to allow them to do that. With regards to trade tariffs and China, zero tariffs, it's an incentive for us to export into the Chinese market. And we need to look at the items that China imports and see where we have a comparative advantage to be able to take up those imports. I know that China imports a lot from the US, and there's a trade tariff war between US and China. So China is looking for alternative markets to import those items. And so they import a lot of meats from the US, they import a lot of maize from the US, and other agricultural products. And so
okay, so 8:28 is the time. It's a question I may be saying on the state of emergency when it comes to Galamsey and who answer and I say Mwaye and Omanpenyini John Dramani Mahama de MISCCano. My main kind of WhatsApp message when I for text message when I fee ye imbuste including komo ye babaka ye be sending komo na fee Zigastake so ewa hano ye bidding komo ye pa. Zigastake is brought to you by Doc Activated Charcoal. Omono de Ebre. And now Jagus from Jagus is saying the economy is already hard, and now ECG is proposing increments. Ghana Water Company 2 is proposing increment, and Ghana Gas 2 is proposing increment. So, Mr. President, what are you doing about the economy hardship now? Greetings to incoming flag bearer Kennedy on Japan. The grassroots wants only you to lead the elephant family to victory in 2028. Now, this one says that it is unfortunate that we haven't been able to end Galamsey, and this tells us how our most leaders are selfish and incompetent. Anyone who has hands in this wicked killer will by all means swallow the pain which is ahead. Mubarak Arthur Nyako, former assemblyman, Swaman Dadia, so now Atakrade, or de Ebaye, and then Evangelist Abel Kankam Bwedu, aka Teacher Bonti from Asante Achim. Also, good morning, Mr. Host. I am disappointed in President Mahama. So you knew this, and you were telling Anado then to declare state of emergency. It's a big shame. Onosonedia or the Ebai and Waminka Wenafi and Imbust including Komo say. Good morning, Kojo. Good morning to you too. I'm a Franny Electricals Pakoso. Okay, Pakoso Estate Kumase. Oh, okay, that's how Nisi Lumba, if you know. Pakoso Estate Kumase. Prof. Eric Abavari has really made my day with his precise analysis and of Stop Galamsey, and I entreat the government to implement it to curb. So it curb the Galamsey menace. Where if we Afrani electrical so ena or de buy 31 minutes past the hour of 8. Yeri boost ending common na fi yenhwe your immune system no sine betimi akoyi ama ye babaka ye de aka ni nyina be ma. We're going to have another interview with penyini baako no so di akotini ye pa when it comes to issues of environment and how e betumi sustain yensu and afiso Galamsey solutions ni nyina no ye ne ba be di nkomo but ye ne boost for ending komo na afi yentwa dwumadi ne so. Middle
for me the word drew sharp herbs biaya ye imboost herbal mixture police ni na dro no ename ne wo be hwe senti etwa se wo di imbustable mixture eye wadro enne pa e wadro ni mu ene niema papa se obinom imbustable mixture onya merofo se ka imbustable mixture se de wate dada na eye police ni no adro no edro eye police ni oye memu heya na nyame nam ne so a ode edro ya bedwa so e wodwa so dada a chese yeguso a ye nom a eboa ye ma ye nipadua no kwamo no enya ahoden na ene ye hwe ne pa e wo imbust herbal mixture mu police ni na dro imbust herbal mixture wa ye no ode no bna hama enua hini e na ode aye na ahwe edro se de brand ni sitie na e unique kra e danso na nya brand ne keke content na e wo mu no eno nso ye different e yi ne ho apue na e yi ne ho asinchen aka ebedro kaye bia aka ho eno nti se wo pia bonten na se wo kɔ herbal shop licensed chemical shop pharmacy bia mu na wo kɔ pɛ ebibidro mapa ebetimi aboa mu otimi ako edi onyare wanyina so nkunimu a menhwe dro bia se imboost herbal mixture police ni no edro no sei enetie me pa cha won saka bia kapoketu abi hye so ubie so na wo shekini wi akapoketu na hye so no obenum 2 anopa ansa na wadidi awianso wadidi awie obenum 2 enwumra a wo kwakoda no wanum 2 edro yi ra wo ni padua mu a eba beboa nkwam a ewo ni padua no me kire immune system no na enya ahoden mapa na atimi aboa wo ni padua no na dwumaso a nyankopon nyansa ne ni nipayo mu obo nkwam de mani padua ne se enima no se adwumaso no enkwamwa na atimi edi amani padua no edroi ye di nubrane hahama na aye na nubrane hahama na natural spices ide aye no ekra properties bebree ekra phytochemical compounds bebree a eboa ni padua no apomden ma ne timi ekonanim properties ameka ho asemu ebi ne saponis ebi ye tannis afensu ebi ye flavonoids ebi ye carotenoids ena alkaloids ne de keka ho bebre a mentumi ye brani ntimi fa ne nyina entudwa na nam se ebrani sa na dodo akonya ba akofo ntena so nchenti ena me no be ka mienu ho asem ye fa saponis eye property a ewo imbustable mixture mu a obi a wodi police ni na dro imbustable mixture ne be ye na edro no saponis na ewo mu nti fat entimi enya nika ewo ni paduanim me kire srade enu nti se wutie me ne na se woni paduanim ayedu embroso wankasa wonante a obre wonante a ase wo te so utumu se ni padua no emu ayedu wa ye kese embroso a imbustable mixture na ye kanfo de amawo saponis na ewo mu no sa wo to imbust no na wo shekina wa se bibi ba ni bubbles bibi ba ni mu se ehoro bisa no aha eno ena ekwo wo shifat ni nyina efri ni paduanim ede amawo eno ewia na nwieye afe ekohwe aboa na wo sugar a ekoni paduanim enuane a ye di starchy foods a ye di and end product eye sugar anase glucose no ekoboa anormalize sugar level no ede amawo me kire se esichire a aboroso wo ni paduanim no ebetena kofom kra wa wo de aboroso na wa wo de aboroso so a control no asiesie no de ama se de be ya emoroso nkofa ohaw ana oye na bi enfamre o afe ewia hwe se cholesterol aboroso wo ni paduamu aya SS no ebete so ede amawo me dofo enye no nkwana so ye brain ti ye nko tannis enso so yi tannis so ye property bia ewo nipa ewo imboost mu ase wura ni paduani mu a ekoye osi akwan ama bacteria virus germs infections a omu wura ni ye ni padua mu a omu kosesa yare ahodo de brain no eno na tannis na ewo imbustable mixture mu no ekohwe na aye osi akwan aseti barriers ama wo se de be ya wo pia bonten na se wo don saso so ne ma bi mu ana wudi nuane bi na se kwa kofa ohaw bi ana wo ye ne bi e de abrewa tannis na ewo imboost mu no ebe ye osi akwan amasa ne oma ne nyinam afa tannis ninti wonum imbustable mixture ye police ni na dro no oni akomayade eni twaka kra chese akomayade entumi emben wo heart attack bia entumi emben wo eboa siesie akoma no mani tumi ye atwuma ye afa so ehwe ema moje wo nipaduani mu no etimi di afusane ye ebi ana wutie me na kakra bia wo na etitiriti onsa etitiriti moja ni ntumi di afusane ye amo akoma bo periperi ama pressure no kra ekosoro dodo ana ati abafom sese hypertension no abasa ne wo betena ana enu ti doctor mo waduro se no moduro no nefa control no me pacho imbustable mixture obetimi anoma ka ho ebesiesie wo nipadua no na control ne dia ma wo nipa bebre na anom imbustable mixture no pressure no e wosoro pa nanso nei odi adanse se eduro no aboa no afei so ebia na wutie me na cancer kra na etete wo me ka carotenoid ho asem eno so boa wo na e wo cancer eno ti se wo nom imbustable mixture hunu se sa carotenoid na e wo mu nti no e ma cancer e mba wo nipadua nim enye no nko me da fo wutie me se ye fa imbust ho bonus sa na se mfa so dia yenya e wo nipadua nim a e droso obi o hono mo se me didi wi ana me bo e hyehye me ana se aduane to me yam a me ntumi kra imbustable mixture ne be siesie dia ma wo imbust ne de enka wo se abusua bia enya bisi ne fie e bra yare achi mpofiri mu so na wo be ko hospital ana yare achi hu kani ana se wo dofo bi na wo pese wo de no ko hospital no wo de wo imbust ne bia fa na bie so ne di kan ma ne binom ansakra na modru hospital ho se imbust serve as first aid e de ama wo abusua na de biara da otumu se yare ene moto nkwanta amapai yare nta amemu imbustable Mr. Boy general body pains free ni padua mu me kire police ni na do no an obi mu bisa se adai edro no eye painkiller na wonnom a eyi yawo nyina se ye adwumaden na woye se ye fom dwuma e na woye se woye mesi ni woye driver ni woye gya ho adwuma woye oba wo market ko di dwa wo honom obeba na honam nyina ya oya edro imbustable Mr. na ebeboa wo na menua ba eboa wayi yawo no na menstrual pains ene menstrual disorders so wo di ni sunkunim eno nti wo baby or menstrual pains or menstrual disorders a ye kanfo police ni na dro imbustable Mr. no ene dia ma no afei so ebeboa asiesie wo maaye mu no se bia infection bi ehinta wo baby candidiasis me kire odepua ehinta wo baby a ebesiesie nu anase nsuo biara enya nika nanso eba efri wo nipadua ni mu ba ekofo how edebre wo no imbust ne beboa eyi ni nyina afri ho be ma wo hwe me imbustable Mr. ebeboa ama mensem so akonanim a wo how bia eni akire sa wo to imbustable Mr. se wo no mo amedofo eye du papa ebeboa wo na o how bia nim sanse yan kasa na edua ye nubena no wo ti regional hahama ne nubena no ya gi asase yan tam wo ho eni afa akuafo aguso ye ne o makasa se momo fa chemical bia nka asase no ne mpo akopese eduro no enu nti ye ndro beba ye de be fa mfidie mu a ye behwehwe mu no na kyese bibia eye kroje na eduro ne be agya so enam se ye papa nti adanse bebre na ewo ho
eduro ne ye papa asa mi ko pedwe mi 20 na mi mensi se ye
sa
mi body ne enye ye
okay
ba mi ko eduro no mi kunu so ma me de bia me no no ni bia mi sore mi ko pedwe mi new system so aye kama mi mensi so aye kama
ba so amene net no bo so me so na menses na say ba no ma be even 5 days no na be 3 days pe na atwa be ma nye do mbi ko na no so kra no mbi no e ma kwa na we ba be 5 days no mind mu ne say do no mu de no kra ni e de nyame asase nyankopon ayadom na edu ba tan say be pe kro man we mu na e boa fofofo na yenye mu anwodi
nya accident e koda trafaga almost 3 months me na ibubuye e ma da de shimu enti na pensa na e wo ho a meti no police ni aduru no moto bre me amenum ye no first one no de na me nti pensi no biem nti second one at times going no amenum police ni aduru na wo me nan no na ma wo se me nan na fe de me hu sa kira bi online no nso ta nan mu ye omo me presi we nso ta nan mu enti me no police ni aduru na fe ma wo se nan no asase ye de etwe nti aduru no de eye me manum bi anase oba bi ye o ya ho na me ya ho no de me de no na esa me yare ma me edi se ka ye camera kwa metime yi ba bi amenya accident no e de a kire tiefo no mo so ahwe no mo de aduru no adanse a kire mansan
adanse atwa agu nyina eye imbustable Mr. Police ni na dro ho adanse enkwano no wote ho ye dai tutumri kasesi a na ewura herbal shop license chemical shop na kope imbustable Mr. nanom na wonom a afe apomudin abusuakuo imbust no wa beka ho wo beka apomudin abusuakuo no ho a de biara da utimu se unipadua no enya apomudin mapa oni yade to nkwanta mapai ye numbers na gu screen so no frey asem a kire wadwen no brane ne ye meka ho asem na se frey na bisa ye kope imbust tonom na beboa wo atufo beko herbal shops akese a etwa Ghana Heshia enkran okanshi drug lane ebi ewo honom Kumasi ene central region Koforidua eastern region mu nyina northern region baby a imboost no yato apeti enti kopebitonom ebeboa wo pa imboostable Mr. de eye apomde mapa ena apomde mapa so eye imboostable Mr. enam se police ni
alright yeda eye imboost herbal mixture for ase ene eye dro pa omo etonman police ni edro ankasa ena wonsa wo utie bi no ena mo so mo wo eye TV so no mo share no Kessben TV no medin e de oman so for Kojo Preko Dankwah Kessben Maakye ena waso eguso na face so wo share e wo TV so on DSTV channel 364 and then on Go TV channel 121. My main can with text message na face SMS ni bi na fe membra na yemedin komo e wo studio. Now this one is from Kwablan V of Pokwase, Benghazi. President John Mahama meets the press. Achievements so far since he resumed office. Stable prices of goods, lorry fare, revocation of minors license, additionally paying of admission fees of tertiary students, completion of abandoned roads by previous government, borrowed of loans from foreign donors, reduction of corruption and nepotism, etc. These achievements have brought hope to Ghanaians. Thank you, Mr. President John Dramani Mahama. Greetings to Honorable George Opare and Al Hassan Suhini, MP of Tamale North. And also Nedia Ode Ebaye Enonom. Mamiko Zumbiona mene eye penyini baako Professor Edward Wiafe Debra oye Pro Vice Chancellor Emma eye University of Environment and Sustainable Development so many Ghana. Mamene no ending common fe yenhwe truly what we can do to really save your water bodies, away from galamsey. If indeed, or no so cry edutum state of emergency and family. Prof, good morning and welcome to essbenMaakye so on Kessben TV and also 92.9 Kessben. Now, my main business same way. Medem say galamsey issues no what tibia yatete de ekoni de benina. Would you agree to the fact that it's a CRDA young calling for state of emergency and now say what the president is saying is that we should exhaust all channels now available to save our water bodies, especially when Ghana Water is demanding a 280% increment in tariffs. Friends and PURC, the proposal that they've also channeled through.
Me mama minia and medawasi so atumsa frame was akwan so mitimi hu se asemi sha so pa fise wuchi amimpo wan twan mama anje so na medasi bebre yesu hu asem wo man mu no as an environmentalist no nyama hu ene ne ameka say it goes beyond galamsey. Minya ye niema bebre wo man mu a ye di say yensu. I mean the water pollution goes beyond galamsey and it's time we sit down and protect our water bodies from destruction. Nyame pakane say insuo say ye no enye galamsey fo nko a. Enti say ye di abade a ene amomi enhwe mu ye ni enhwe niema e de insu say eba ye maimu ni di kan pa ye galamsey fo kan no na se insu to wia ye nananom ko insu hu a na abuba bi da ho na omo asesa ejidi se omobosun na ye insu no na edi sika abre omo nti ye namu akosesa sika futuro nyina fi insu ase nti gold no ama eni insuo wanyonkofa bi eni se nansen ya ye dig mercury eni cyanide esesa gold no nti gold no etu famu no enye oman mu ba bia na wo eman no efa bia yetu gold no ena de galamsey nti se Ghana Water company say omo be increase no by 280% ewo man ni mu nyina ba bia ye ntu gold nso mu nyama ne ben enti ye ewo say ye ko your water pollution, we have to separate it from galamsey or gold mining. Yanhwe ya ye be say nsuo no e de ahye galamsey fo a na omutu wie a nsuo no be sakra. Ekura bi am bebi a me free me krom nsuo eda ho no ye ntu gold wom ye galamsey fo ni enso me nua wontimi nsa nsuo ni bi no wontimi nsa mpo emfa hohoro ka efise nsuo ni mu na disi assembly for the ama si emfa nye landfill site inti kro no mu ball nyina eho ne yetugu kro no mu eho ana omutu anwea ope sand winning ope anwea ko plaster wodan a akosi wodan a nsuo no mu ateche ni bia na yesan kotu e de ye sand winning sande no essay afei agriculture ekuafo omo nso DDT ene niemom di gu omo afuo so no omo wi a nsuo ni mu na omo kokoro omo sando afuo na kogu nsuo ni mu na nsuo to a asan kokoro fertilizer ene agriculture waste ene chemical a omo di ye adroni nyina kogu nsuo ni mu nti so wo nsuo ni mu a wontimi nsabe mpo nom na mpo enwe ne mpata ewu nsuo ni mu na nsan wo nyina ewu anka kan no wo pekoto wo pe apumpo ni niema wo konsuo hu a wo benya bi nanso chemicals na ye use ni nti ekum ye nsuo plastic waste bola ni nyina etwi ekogu ye nsuo emu nti se ye dream ho ewo ye nsuo how pa dia we should think beyond galamseyers menkasa omon say nsuo no na emom no baby nsuo wo ho a yentu galamsey wo ho enso so nsuo e wo ho ntimi nsabi no emisem ofidie won kran na nsuo bi da circle your friend odo river ekwa kobo kole lagoon ho minia sansu yentu galamsey wo mu nanso untimi nkojira ho kra mompai wokwa maman bi so a yaduadua nnua ewo nsuo ho na nkrofo ko tra ho ekan book bompai eni ade nanso yaman yimu no entesa. So if you are tackling water pollution, please let's tackle the water pollution. If you are tackling gold mining, we should also tackle that. If you mix the two, you mess up. And yen sure our insui near the yebi biara and me bia mo ashedie and near me now sansu and sueho. And they are taught and we are filling at the filling station. The beer and shoot a war. Na near a ya cranny say, ye wo watersheds. The beer and so nitty free. The free watersheds. Watersheds are confines from which water takes its source from. A honey yakosisi adanya kesie. A honey yakosisi a drag kesie any ade. Na yes in so dear crowbena na a granny. Because we've impacted on the watersheds. Intiminiano, Niami Pakane say, Moma yen treating water pollution as a whole and then separate it from galamsey for the minimum penny yard pa. Inti beti mi atro mu aka say Ivory Coast wa be trogu yeso. Inti ye moboye intimi nko mo ana. Galamsey for ye himfo a ye ntimi nkazo munjai emom ne wote ye ne se ye wose ye pekwan papa so mbetu gold na omomfa mfa so se be ya other users of the ecosystem can also benefit.
Prof, mami misa sasemwe, odia komu pa me atiase the level of your water pollution and what system is here. Then it tells us uyi galamsey for which you declared as number 1. Me sure say yenum cry titi and put them and near my yen fata say yens you know. But let me ask this thing. Who share the future? Maybe in the next 5 years of this country, how would we see our water solution problem? Are we getting to the level where in the next 5 years or probably less than 5 years, importation of water will become a key thing for this country, Anna?
Since starting in Podia, the next 5 years, me the misrupa because they say in Sutne surface water no, ye jani nina guho, ena insua ye numi nina ya underground water. Underground water ni yetu ye ni esiso. Now the danger is that when we pollute underground water, there's no way that we can refine it. Inti the next 5 years no ihuno enkosa eyehu papa. Na enye insuo ko any fanfare na ye no. Eye very dangerous because omani needs ka. Inti in the next 5 years ni yetra ho e de ye fanfare a form surface water no yase no. Underground insu ni yetu ye ni esiso. Ye be pollute eno nso. It is a no polluted the bed. Jamaji ye the water vapor. And yes, I'll convert it at the ensu na efana. They be that. And yefe, apart from cleanliness, na insu ye de tea ho efino. Esa ye yamamre. It plays a role in our culture. Are we losing our culture because of what? Because of simple things that we can do to clean our water bodies. Minya, 5 years quite wow. If it's a ne, ye increase ye baby ye tonsu and ayanom. Then soon po a hini free. The nyankopon to fish from rainwater non so ye mfanya. We should have at least by now harvesting the rainwater, store it and use it as well. And also eba na a big clear fire so na the flood in aba na because ya silly your environment nyina enti kakra na dane flooding na ababe menenye. Enti the next 5 years no is very dangerous.
Prof, me no babe wie enti clearly no say omanpanyi regards to a galamsey in any yensuo no. And then the proposal from Ghana Water now. The answer no ma yes go through the process in terms of using the channels, but Obibeka state of emergency will be the last resort when it comes to some of these things. Do you share the same thing that we should continue to use? Or say this is here and Blue River Guards, combined military form, air shama, and to me ye and all that. Say Sanyaman wing na air costuna se still landed ye one. Would you say Omanpenny should quickly act in getting the state of emergency in South Bronia, Sebio, Galamsey, you cost you almost saying with that, speed. No more the yes idea, Nana.
You see, Minya, we shouldn't speak with emotions, but we should face the reality. Yanshe ya, Galamsey for Beka say, Omon Yusu ni bim. Ombekwa koton sunu. Efin sunu mo nom de akɔhoro gold. Na omon kosun say forest nana. Inti nyopani omanpani pakane say there are processes. Mumien follow. Again, enye fanfare na yeko si ekosi Galamsey anu ana camera si yeso. Na minister bi de akire na krikri na ansa na wasa akɔ. Enye no adwuma na meka. Yewo animdifo a yatetiom technocrats they can protect the forest. Give them the tools. We have technocrats who have knowledge in water management. Even in the country, there's no authority in charge of our water bodies. Or Mini akura wo free wo village ho no wo kro mu a ofi no. Authority ben na in charge of water. And once a branch a wenyeska no wakoto water pump na wo de ye bo nsuo. And one no authority bia ma meka say anase nsuo we me na be authority nti enwi e wo mom dodo ye say nti hwe na wa ma omo poison na ngu. Again, we should stop the fanfare and face the reality. We don't need 1 year before the processes can be installed. The earlier we start it, the better.
Prof, you better say Radin Shaw and a young human power na face so a futu and watching shows out there. Am I? That's ye pa.
Yo, Monson Damasipa. Bye bye.
Professor Edward Wiafi Debra, a pro vice chancellor at my University of Environment and Sustainable Development. So many Ghana and then no 18 common and che zike stick be basis ya balansa na mamentons asema ziga na metons asema ziga we are opro nsem no ye nenem timi say am say onim be we ne enti mi we on no na fe mi we a na zike stick I take you over and then near me the more for so atwa so wo hono enti entons ase ensase padie o pepi padie na ye mascon ho na sese wo ko ensase de papa ne ye be ma okwan be fa so obetumi atode na ye mascon bibi aboko de
mini nyame atomboko na nso
radio atom ye guso nkaka sa yem na tons ase pama
yo me da same abusianfo yemfa enchia sonko emfree Imascon Estate Ghana Limited asye na baby biada ena no pe wo hwe yen e wo Kessben TV so eni baby bia wo tie yen e wo Kessben FM so no yemfa enchia sonko yi emawo na Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ya che wo wieni abompa ye e dia ma so twedi amponkwame won ton kwanem wo ma nkwatenten ya hodin ewom na afenso so wo mes camera obotom yerim sa empaibo nyina echi no se skaba obotom a enye dani a wo ye nipa die adwene bebo otim se wo se metimi nya asase pa na meto sade ye be ya menso so metime esi edankora ba kwa na mienu bi esi so ana empo no mebie company bi wo so na mene mabusianfo ena ba bi de etirato ana empo company ye bebie no eno nso so atimi ama yaduane adi abusia enuntino ena no pay Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ya ba waso ye ya de ba beto ani mu say susu for land promotion ye shase emre bia etwam ko e wo bosumi ensia ni mu ni daya na etoso mienu no say ya burusu bia bepem enne na emre na aka no aye ntepua emre na kakakra bi aka just 1 week eye na wotwe pe ya sa wotete enem ebeka se 8 days pe na sa promotion ya yeje ya de nyina bana wiye eno nti de ye kan se wo ma ye meto asase ni bie no wote ho wo twen den edie ben na esi ukwan edie asam obi aka kire wo ya no nti amwato adwene mu de ye kan se wo ama ebia sa promotion we etwam a ebia ne ya nto aso bio ana empo ye beto aso bio a sade ebuo we esitie no e promotion no ebia ba ko no a ye beye no na ebuo no bahuri akonanim eno nti ye sewo ada se ene ye bomodian sade wo ye biada no obejai na waba Imascon Estate Ghana Limited ya share ye was Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction yani Allied Filling Station wo kwan so ena edin hwanimu ye san ben KFC baby omoton aduane no eno nti bomodian se wo beba na wo ba no ahye no so se wo do valid ID card ebe ka ho ediaba wo do valid ID card ne aka ho a asiche nyina dan se ye ne wo etnase aye enhihye ye no nti no na ewose yetimi nya wo data wo nsam din no bibiada edigu eye ye nkrata so na no otumi aboa yen am yetumi de asase ne bi ede amaw ye de mawade yetensa wo de kakra bedi kan to ase na ye de asase ne emawa no ahyase sudan ewo so ana de opesa wo ye no ye ewo so na bro oguso a wo ye no ana wo sudan wo so no na de aka no nso no yamawo emra emuwa no atobo ase atua ne kakra kopim se emre ne ebeso na nyame ahye no ho enmunyam na won so watimi atua de aka no awie minia Imascon Estate Ghana Limited me say yesusu ya anempo promotion ya tundin se susu for land promotion ebrebia mebebia me kan wansam edit show yeso wo kakra na ba beto ase no eno no ebeboa ama watumi enya akonya bebre asan so enya no mapa e was a promotion emu na wo dane a wusi no anya den amfa amaw eno nti emre na kakakra bia mesaka 1 week die ene ye mame mfa number yi emaw na bomodi ansa obefre wo fra de opese obese biada e yensase pa ye toni a yensase ne e wo Tripoli e wo Greater Accra region ya emu e wo Tripoli Greater Accra region ya emu e wo Tema any dowenya kwan no eso any voter region ti shanon son ye normal edikan no e ye 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited. Your numbers are the Juma or your Honi and Unteno, but Madian for Ofra, the open so be Sabian, Rebecca. Name me say, media de Yamini, Sir Emena Swan Sao, 1 week Paracano, Wobani Tetanina Ason, Enunti, but Madian Sa Watami Kaubaba, now soon share Papa do Wabisham, no what to mean as a penny be no water, no what to me idea person ye ever so. Minia, yen Sasa Yabon Dewey. And your Kessben TV so ye didn't yinata egu honomu edima se brana be hwem ebi se dibiamba me catch say yen sas no one ya register ni yinata e wo lands commission edimu enu nti yen sas no e ye registered lands and ye ton ediamao de etosu no ene say yen sas no title eda so lands title registration center eno e wo lands commission e honomu no wo ma diatum a register sas yinata eto mo de title atun sase so de amayen se de beya obi biada to de bia eya na ope so obisa ya na oje ne ho akini no so be nya dansi trodo e de ache sampase yen sase no eye title lands and ye ton e de amam de atosu mienu so ene se yen sase no ye dwi so kama e de amam ye dwi so in a sense yen pese de asase ma afei ana akwakoboka akwakofa greater akwakofa obisa wamra medisuma ne beya se nipa no wa tamis kakasia bi dia ti utiri so afa na obre obedu asase no beyo kwa na bia osika sam sa wo ha ne pese wo firi mu afa yen sase ne so no amia pudio ewo so enu ntidi ye kan se wo de obana so beto asase ne hwia enya de sa amia ne beton edi amawo enu so ye de chew free ye se dwi na efa ana afa yi ensuo nso a wodi besi edan no meka sese wo si dan no e de free asase so e de akọ heaven de akọ kire nyame mpa ensu a wodi besi edan no eno nso nyame adom ye wabura kase a ye tu asase ne nchen ya twi nsuo de atema eno ne ye de tew free enti ensuo nso a wodi besi wodan no wuntia kapre ana dama ewo ho eno nteminua hwanioma wo ya ye de amawi obi biade ne wo be ne sa ana afenso so no mene wo ekasai eyensas no yatete bo no so ya yede ema woni nyina no se yempese ya bayire bo no so sade ebinum die esitie ya nkra ha se no ba bia nsase de ye papa no ne bo ede ne yede ndie wo ra hobgati pani kwanchefo a wadai maskon adwuma na no yesi yenye sada ebasa ebeden wetimato bi ya basi abama hiafo ya ba ediama obi biada ya wo bre ya wo han dania yebu no efaso obi biada nso a woto asase ya no nso yebu no faso to de bia na akoya ro hosama asase ba ko abeto no na langard fo begina so bekun ni ya ba bebo ni ya betetew ane mponi ya sa be kacho se sa betieska ewa akire ye de ye mpani sa ya dwene ho enu ntie de abofam ede amawo yesi yensase ewo Tripoli a ye bom dewro no one plot no be fa no 32000 cedis na 32000 cedis no yen kasa chenchen afani nyina bra yenim sensu otonso format scan shade ni wo enu ntie se fa emu 8000 Ghana cedis beto asie with the 8000 to asia ye roba kwa asase ne so ye kotwa wo de ede amawo ye ma wo kwan no wasi wudan no ewo so ye ma wo kwan no bi o company no wo so ye ma wo kwan na de opesa wo ye no wayɛ ɛwɔ so na wɔn sɛ wɔde 8,000 to aseɛ yɛ theatres ne ɛde ma wo ne yɛ ma kwan sɛ hyɛ aseɛ yɛ so adwuma sika no aka wɔ sɛ otua no ɛbɛka 24,000 cedis minia 24,000 cedis no ɛno ne yɛse yɛ spread ɛde ama wo bosome maako 24 yɛ asɔ ɔkeka bɔ ma ɛyɛ 2 years mu abusua mfie mmienu mu awo ana yɛde si wɔ aspɛde ɛde ama nti wɔdeɛ megyere sɛ bibia de n'akwan mu fa ho hyɛm na ɛbɛboa wo afei wo nso so a wopɛ half plot no yɛbɛtwa ɛde ama afei sɛ imasconfoɔ yɛma timɔden half plot no ɛno nso ɛyɛ 16,000 Ghana cedis 16,000 cedis na ɛno ana yɛsi di kan fa emu 4,000 cedis ɛbɛto aseɛ wɔde 4,000 to aseɛ a wɔn sɛ yɛbɛkɔ asase no so yɛbɛma akwan no ahyɛ asɛ yɛ so adwuma ntugu sɛ woyɛ so adwuma sika no ɛno nso bɛka 12,000 minia 12,000 no ɛno nso bosom maako 12 wɔkeka bɔ ma ɛyɛ 1 year mu a ana yɛde so aspread ɛde ama wo asekyɛn sɛ bosom bia no nso no wode 1,000 cedis ana ɛbɛbrɛ yɛ minia deɛ yɛayɛ wo yi ɛde ama wo yɛkyɛ w'anwea yɛkyɛ wo nsuo yɛdua asase no so kama ɛde ama wo mpɛ wei na aka yɛ amɔtuom ana wopɛ afei ma menka w'ani nsɔre so nkɔe yɛse watɔ asase no awie no yɛmpɛ sɛ ɔde bɛto wakyɛ ebia na wosu sɛ sika ni wade bɛtɔ anwea ana ebia te sɛ nti ebia wotwentwɛn so yɛse ɛno nso wode yɛbra na wo ne yɛn ɛmɛtena se ɛnyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ sɛ wopɛ blocks sɛ wopɛ gravels aboɔ no bi anaasɛ wopɛ anwea no bi ɛna de aka wɔn ɛno nso no yɛwɔ bi ɛwɔ hɔ nom yɛse fa kakraa bi bɛto aseɛ ne yɛmfa saa noma nyinaa nso ɛma wo na ɛfa si wo dan no wogu so a wosi ɛdan no na ɛno nso nhyɛ yɛne wokɔ yɛne wotena se ɛyɛ yɛ no woatua ne kakra kɔm sɛ ɛmmerɛ no bɛso no woatua awie menua wodeɛ waahwɛ o wan ne tɔn nsase wɔ Ghana ha wɔbɛyɛ ade fɛɛfɛɛ te sɛ yie ɛde ama wo ɛwɔ wɔ nyinaa emu ɛgye sɛ imascon estate Ghana limited menua yɛdi nokorɛ yɛni atorɔ ɛno nti na sogyafoɔ mpo ɛnyɛ gyidie asɔre di akyi abɛtɔ yɛn nsase no bia wɔnom ɛso wɔn dan ɛwɔ so ɛno nso nti ana ebinom wɔn wɔ aburokyire ɛte yɛn kan wɔn de sika ba yɛayɛ nsase no nkratasɛm de ama wɔnom yɛsɛ si dan no ɛde ama wɔn apɛn bi wɔn mpɛ bia no wɔn bɛ yɛsi ne kama ɛde ama wɔn firi sɛ yɛn mɛnsinfo no contractor fɔ wɔn abene yɛ wɔn nso si adeɛ ntumi nia deɛ mi kan kɔ si nyansa maa mi ne paape ɛma mi nkasa ɛmmerɛ sɛ asase pɔnkɔ na wɔpa atɔ deɛ a ɛnkɔ baabi foforɔ mi yɛn nkɔ daadaaw bra imascon estate Ghana limited yɛasoɛyɛ fisi yɛbɛmɔ asase a nsuo ntaataa so asase a mansosɛm ɛni so asase a bibia yɛ genuine ɛwɔ so sɛdeɛ meka yɛ no yɛne lands commission fo na di dwumenti no wɔma gye atoma me yɛkrata yɛ bibia kama ɛde ama me nua ɛnsase no wɔfie pɛ ɛni wiram ɛno nti bɔmmɔden abra na ɛbɛtɔ bi ɛni dɛ nsuom da atekyɛm ana wowie nso a wosi da no wie a enkanea ɛne nso abɛdi dwuma no ayɛ available efisɛ me sɛ binom pɔtete wadada yɛ ne nyina de bɛma wo yɛ office no me sɛ yɛwɔ Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction yɛne Allied Filling Station wɔ kwan no so ɛna ɛdi nhwɛni mu yɛsan bɛn KFC baabi a motɔn aduane nti wodeɛ hwɛ Kessben TV so yɛ asase ne fɛ hwɛ sɛ ɛsitiɛ ɛfɛ kɛkɛ ɛno nti bɔmmɔden abra na ne yɛn ɛmɛ transition ne to asase pay bi ɛbra aka 1 week pay gye numbers ne nsɔre sonko ɛyɛ 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 and 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Imascon Estate Ghana Limited Susu for land promotion ɛyɛ papa brena swanisa foundation neto binance be fiewura onyankopon wonhyira pa
wonhyira wo so yɛra ase bebre 10 minutes past the hour of 9 na wɔyɛ essbenMaakye so menkɔ na yɛne ɛyɛ Nana Frimpong Ziga ending komo on Ziga stake ono so ni take on matters arising ɛwɔ ɛyɛ ɔmɛmo hanom na afi yɛntoa ɛyɛ dwumadie no so ɛwɔ hɔnom Ziga morning pacho bibi abɔkɔ deɛ
nyankopɔn adom bi abɔkɔ boss yes yesterday I watched you and say you had opportunity but you made us proud.
That's it.
You made us proud because one bizarre question keke. But today and last night, in fact, let me mention it that I watched UTV last night. Then the NPP communicator mentioned your name, and they were talking about the question that you asked, that they were not happy with how the president answered the question. And no sad and chair, and now no pay your own newsroom, who share radio stations, television stations. More now talking about the Galamsey. So last night that we chatted, we definitely that would take. Mawisa Manasa Azuri at Twitter I said, the answer now, President Demau, it looks like Wamana Onuna be hopeless. Said the answer that the president gave to you, Ama as a Galamsey fight no, is you or not to hopeless. The make what I say. Yesterday you made us proud. Thanks. The point now the free and you see you asked the question early. Apart from say you caught the eye of the moderator early because you were the second person to ask the question. President. You asked the questioner, like you expected to be a 16th or the 15th question. But that question came early. It tells you a lot that look, all is not well. You can have any kubisana. So it was nice.
Thank you.
You made us proud and you continue making us proud.
Thank you.
We are proud of you as well.
Thank you.
Now yesterday, President Mahama, Namianim Ukraine, appreciate the meet the press. President Kofor time in People's Assembly.
Yes.
I'm expecting say Kibia. Baby Ghana econ. We don't need only the journalists to ask questions. Yentrim na Sebia president na current me the People's Assembly that we used to go to regional capitals and districts. Na president Tihoman Kofobisa question by Kiwina. Yev we some fancy your regional ministers now. Na at least every year yenye sadim. No bia mekanasem. Yenki kabumye she aseme ha Ghana for power because the how be a western region, how be Ashanti region, they create the same. Maybe we say we ne ha Ghana for. You understand? Na enu no bet me abua pa. Na enra question now be say state of emergency. And our president say it should be the last resort. Na onu na dwirimu no yentimi exercise all our powers. Which for me, I disagree with the president.
Okay.
Because haven't we done enough to fight this Galamsey? Haven't we done enough? And ya kasana ni free say ya amende the mining act no. The Mineral and Mining Act no. Near the minimum sentence of 5 years, they call 15 years. Near the maximum of 15 years, call 25 years. A best can call for my Galamsey. But we did it. They are still doing it. And ye young kasa. And now you call those speed boats. And they call a strategic rivers. Strategic rivers. Na Ghana boka. Speedboats and so on. And ye set up operation woman. See a tinkraha. Yet me we are able to determine where a flash spot and I say baby a Galamsey so that we can call people to go there. And ye ankasa ye set up that. And ye ankasa ye Operation Vanguard, the police and the military joint operation. Et you omo bribes. And ye the interministerial interministerial committee on illegal mining to clamp down illegal miners. So yaye law for foreigners mutu Galamsey, special law for them. And ye ankasa na penalty unit na 30,000. Yade ko 150,000. E de ba de biem na o man panin fees yenye. E de powers biem ni exercise. O man panin ba ye no wo so exercise the powers. But the same powers na exercise ne bi ne ye fa ne say task force na yate no. Me boa.
Yeah.
But the task force na yate the organizer of National Democratic Congress and the bra pese the party retain power. bonsuro so obeka se the party no was reti ebia what the champagne onu ankasa ka kire plane se omo panyin sa task force da wate no omo panyin yi omo egu task force ko task force for no wo mo gigi sika di free galamsey for galamseyers ene ye fa dey say minus eno enye honorable Joseph Yami Dr. Reverend Joseph Yami ono ye sofo otu ntwantro eti enye no ano enye exercise bi na ye nkofa compromise enye the same exercise ena Owura Kofi Amaboa Land and Natural Resource Minister will take you over just 2 weeks from Murtala Mohammed as a acting Minister of Environment, Science and Technology. Just 2 weeks, Penu about Bonchabatro, what showed Yakoma, the Attorney General to quickly revoke the LI 2462 and the amended 2501. Exercise baby. Boss. Yedi mantie no yempese ye beka yempese ye beye because illegal mining no baby akodu no cartel no so asofo wom police fo wom police fo panifo soldier fo panifo abamu nipa wom past government wom chief executives politicians and members of parliament ahemfo foreigners. How do you compare this with this? People will be compromised. Eti meba China ekoya China fa su kun omo illegal mining we di mining history o man bia nu wakon ayi illegal mining say China da for over 50 good years Chinese were fighting illegal mining. China were fighting illegal mining. They passed a law when the China population was at 800 million and we pass the Yanzi law. The Yanzi law say utu goda our China young world come for. China pass that law no more 800 million in population. They say they are 1.4 billion in population. And there's one thing that they added to a kumfor. And I know say when you talk about the people like I say you are being harsh. Me say want to see the helicopter back osro near start bombs and they go your forest to scare galamseyers. Nobody can stop galamsey in this country. Me say I'm repeating until see the helicopters ebe nanti wiem ni akwa drone na yebetimi dia to dia free nkra ha anakumase e dia the galamsey site a bombi ho no ni amedi law no so aye ni kumfo death sentence no. Nobody can stop galamsey in this country. That is the adoption of your friend say Chinese and not China for the cool illegal mining. Now if we say Madam Professor Nana Ama Brown Kluchi, Chief Executive Officer of Environmental Protection Authority, was say we hear 5 helicopters or best stop galamsey if say the intra na helicopter no do kotem ba do to the mining no or who helicopter anu adwane. We need bombs. We need to bomb them. Na me catch you because what mean baba to o galamsey na meme ko wo ba na akorade ni nan what mean ko we kwa day one ko 2 galamsey na me bu akora na akorade ni kwa win ko he I win ko report ko free I win. I am very do kwa. It is clear medical report. Boss, Ghana medical report, Ghana Health Service, a report to say today when you go to the mining communities, various hospitals, yari atwa te sepa respiratory problems. Respiratory problems, ebine uko OPD, asthma, obianim asthma, obianim lung cancer, tuberculosis, sleep apnea, the most dangerous sleep apnea. Dynamite no ko mu saa utiminya sleep apnea. The sleep apnea ne chese woda ohumeni timi sizi no awu onam. People are dying because of galamsey, because of this. na obi ono no tutu Ghana mra no say obi anu hu kwase deliberately wabetu obi enkwade free ni nsam wontime njamen confirm free me nsam deliberately sa nipa no fatakunfo na obi ahye that signers edi nduro di gusom sa men kono mu tieni yo men kono mu wade acid edi gusom men kono na men hwere men kwasa nipa no fata owo galamse for no pa mo bare me ne me dia me se maka me se abandu su bombs sa wote ho na wutu galamse na hu ba bia ene ye ba bombi wa abehwe nkwa obeye careful
a proposal that shoot and kill no kai.
Yeah, shoot and kill. Sir John the purpose here, it never used that.
Yeah.
Nobody used it. Sir John kaka shoot and kill. Confirm say why hash. But no no joka because no tingle more. Shedi ab here beto ye. Nana Joma support Danish government for almost research say by 2035 ya nya care for we export water. And the water company for the catch say
280% tariff.
Because of illegal mining. And now somebody never you are 2025 aka 10 years. Not just ya nya careful. You be export to water. They say the Germany for export to water. Eti yentina ho ma obi kwa da wa no a wo to god asesa na yere na mako go abroche no. Wati ha wa bi ki bi okoba. Ah ye yentina ha ne yentina we sem na him beto ye. Ade kwase ye sa. We need to start bombing the galamsees. Mrs. Forest no yan for drones nko helicopter yan bombi omo na mrado sa ayi akufado dia no memra na mining act no a ye dia co minimum sentence of 25 years ayi 15 years and maximum ayi do 25 years yan the death sentence ebeku galamse death sentence yes starting bombing galamse site akura no what one na yam shine se wonim da bia metewa bomb ne baba wo bejai because we cannot continue like this. Na nya ofe say Ghana na ye the largest cocoa producer in the world. BBC report documentary say Ghana lost our first spot because of illegal mining. And kofu to cocoa trees egu. And according to Maakye cocoa cooperative farmers. Maakye cocoa cooperative farmers. Almost say you try 100,000 acres of cocoa farms and that way. Now bad what me lead. Say Nigeria for the push here. Nigeria for is getting closer to the number of cocoa production. Yeah. Yanya careful in the next 5 years. We will lose even our second spot. Cote d'Ivoire, we were lucky horse with Cote d'Ivoire. Say Cote d'Ivoire no more tell 100 tons. Tell me what they took over. Today, over to be a gap of 1.2 million. Don't they know? This is what the Chinese people used. Mommy adopted the Yanzi law. Death sentence. Yam bombi omo. Finito. Asa.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I say Ziga and Ode Zika Stick Brain brought to you by a doc activated charcoal. Now doc sitting. Okay. Doc.
Esi chebe no na say doc no. Doc activated charcoal powder say okwa be mani biko. Na doc activated charcoal powder dey yen say. Enei enkoto enfoko hospital. Ana say enko ba bia me enkasi be twusi ama na white. Mutie ni.
Okay.
Mo amo twibu se o person mo se white pa no. Unya doc activated charcoal powder. Uchuchu si wi a na dia bo. O di brush na bo. Na die twisa ebe si white 3 days ebe white ebe ma wonu mususu ati kama enmuhwa aba. Doc activated charcoal powder obi a udidi ana abofro obi okra perfume bi gu no ho a na na bofro no o tesa perfume ni sound na na bofro no obi tumika na na bofro no obi ho odanya ne ya na na bofro obi kura hu ntentan na na bofro no. Doc activated charcoal powder ebe yi sa de ndie fi o acid reflux etito abegira okọ ho uye timi puba aba acid na begu yemu ama 7 produce a odanya ne pe na eboba na ekofa bad breath at the bro ebetu ase de man bloated gas indigestion aba begira wo yam udidi antimi digest ye one here ebe create problem at the amount pancreas no ekofa diabetes at the bro. Doc activated charcoal powder ebe clear sad na ba ebe detoxical ama wanya ofa hudie we 100% natural enuane ye de ye no a ye hyede ye sad obia ni bi wa Africa ha yankwa ni obi na doc activated charcoal powder akoba no we kam de kire omo eye kama pa uhu ya na ho aba doc activated charcoal powder etipe bito o mese kakra bi a with water warm water no anum anopa bi enyim de okoda so no waye bi obi a ya free oya 7 prabia sa oyem hwie me na naka olem hwie na onu bi kakra de etim ni kaba na no de na me ye no de ma me oh be straight ni be 3 hours kwa na eyi na jai eyi toilet na jai mo peti for mo pancheme eyi doc adaroma edi ya pharmacy se bra okumase na Life Life pharmacy na Lancer chemist Colonac pharmacy omni na okumase ubenya biato eni onana boache ewotema Mensa watakra the Delight pharmacy Okofrodia Bedama pharmacy wa Shaman and a pharmacy bia wa Ghana bia and a oko kaishu so dragle ubenya dosu puato number is 059 820 6885 059 820 6885 and a 020 66 16620 020 66 and ana madam fu bi frame free Cote d'Ivoire was so doc na no na me say aduru us Cote d'Ivoire ha be play na me say na doc why ade na nampe ampe ya chachia mo yes so doc activated charcoal powder the bia be fa bia ubenya bia to era mase
amna mo de ezike stake no Brian che name Midimafo esobedi nkomosisi but Eclipse Collateral Management say men kan sure say o won krata go honoma o mfanya hwe eye property edi mu pa eda honoma mfanya hwe no fabra na mfanya adwuma ma na oso nya kakra na fa didi esane say hu hia yie pa besuma mu hia collateral na moda ye adwuma senior fata ne nyina no momra eye Eclipse Collateral for ho na montumi embeji eye ehu adesua ane afeso ankwankyere nyina no na bibia betumi akoyi ama Eclipse Collateral say men kan sure say hia sanema we nyina dia hwehwe no ewo eye adenta barrier obemodimosis hospital na wo ho no na afiso anasa wo hwe no West African SHS na honom na omo ewo frɛ no ewo 054 3832466 054 3832466 Eclipse Collateral Management na mene ho edi ho sa ankomwe sa so na meka cho sa ho kan heat patch se meka cho se sisi anu ja tablets ne for painkillers ne doso esa ne se nya dia obenum bebre na afi obefo se bi ebetimi abo ada bi enko yie sa so na water bottle na mo use modin so shegu na mo de etoto arthritis ne menstrual cramps no nyina so no munja esa ne se patch na aba no papa utobia ebetimi abo apa ma pain ebetumi akọ ewo widie mu de hian so beto patch ni bi na utobia na watia no adifete bitare ni wia na aka brownish color no fatare bi ya wo ya no na ko nwuma so obekọ dwuma so obebobo so obedo de ye bia so ye bia obetia ne se eye ohyew bi ewura eye uwidie ni me no na ekum sa pain no nyina amaw ewo eye uwidie ni me no ntino whenever ba ho so no na pain ni nyina ekọ eno eye ho ka heat patch na me no edi ho sa nkomoyin opebi etu won kran na so opebi atopa de encouraging chemist art farmer DM Sphere Sap Health na fisikuma se Danny Farmer Alpha Dio Panacea Pharmacy na Fesuku Frede Gapson Pharmacy Eastern Chemist and na Fesu Tamale Malarigo Pharmacy and na Fesu Takradi Bwakwa Pharmacy and na Knock Chemist. Mo pe regional distribution ayeno sembe so mo beton bi no mo friend numbers way 0599 802297 and that's 0248 509003 and now says 0536 645 334. Now when I can hit patch for ND and common. Midima for actors, but this one goes for because good morning. I support what my brother is saying. We if Ibrahim who from Upper East Pusiga and no day we buy yeah, and that takes me to Midima for yebeko na afia kwakwose ho yare de enya de pa enu ntino kobibia one time ho beto wa na ye midimafo hospital and as a clinic ene no mo eba bedi nkomosi sa tie na tie ne ye pa esane se wo yare ene me yare nyina ho aduro ene ye de ema yesisia no midimafo bia boko de
boko na mo so e
awrade adom kakra ye guso
nyame ase nyame ase
na doctor ho ye
nyame adom doctor ho ye papa
doctor
ho ye ne wo akra
okay
o ye adwuma
okay
na won kra kora be di me ho
okay
won kra be di me ho na me be yense na e jaso nti but I was so here
anyadi matekasa yenko
ma me fan che mfa mfiri me dimafo ba hospital doctor time da so da no mfa ma wa hefo ene watie fo na no pay na me nchia wo misa mo se wo mapo matesen enche free Dr. Time da so ene Thursday ya wada na ya wada duru se ya na pokwa mayira da je ni posokra esanse ayarefo obi oyare bia ba hwa ba bagya ayarehwe obi ani mpomordo no obi wontumentena so obi oni ahomeka eba medimafo ba hospital aba bagya ayarehwe otifie den obi se minisika enti na mentumi ma enye sika enko na de sa ayare ewo medimafo ba hospital ewom sa oba obehia transportation bia oba ba labs ahodo ne ade nanso no meka kire se medimafo ba hospital de se ukuta mpema hanan anasa 400 Ghana cedis a oba medimafo ba hospital doctor nkasa kofie sa keke esanse obi nim dwonkuku ko a ade beche so enu ntino doctor nhwe ma wo nkose bia fa o yare no kokko na bia akokoto na nanom ewonse do bara oba medimafo ba hospital se ne sitie bia doctor Tam da so tena so ya o de bra to yare no so na fe woto ase de ma no pe wotena so dada enu nti ba bia o free ba bia wote ka mu a pa cho mfoni kirem medimafo ba hospital se wo fie na yare na no pe yare na no ya den unhunu ba bia wo do ani kira pa cho eni da so ni nyina sa pa cho eni da so ehuru a nyankopon a obo soro no obo asase na wode nenso de acha yen se ubetimi aba medimafo ba hospital na no kwasam no se umfia yarasa bia ho MP no na onyame ayen senkyerene ewo abrabom ayen habama abibidro ana doctor de sanyarwa dodo na ewo medimafo ba hospital ne tie na se onyame kasa tumi bia entumi ensia no eno ntina se wapomden no wayarasa no ebekoso wo medimafo ba hospital mpacho netu na mo nabra na numbers ahodo beka se o mepese me France na maba medimafo ba hospital ma me papa mini aba numbers aba frame medimafo ba hospital no ene o screen no so no Kumasi abuakwa atwoma ago ana se abuakwa makro ena Accra pokwa ase mayra fra numbers ne na ni ani nkomo anope ya numbers ne 0244 77 4282 0244 77 4282 ena 0500 727215 0500 727215 last number ne 0245 449592 0245 449592. These are the numbers. Over from Dimafo Heba Hospital. Now only Eddie and Sawaso. Ayen Habaima in Ubina na doctor de sanya wa hodo. Kumase no oba. So bi o say ya kan abuakwa agogobakwa mpacho enye asante achima agogo asam na meke na emum Kumase sofo line kwan no so wa abuakwa eho kwan no na meken enti unya fa abuakwa kwan no so a eho ene do beba medimafo ba hospital na Accra pokwa asemayra unya fa ka besi pokwa ase a na also ko mayra say taxi na petrol na peka bia pesa do be bia do beba medimafo ba hospital na afi wa ba beje wayaresa enso ewo ho say wo guso eje yarehwe a pacho maintain na say ebia mababa 2-3 times me hu sapomuden bantino yare na ko ewo so tu ase ani free ni peduanom ebia wono typhoid na etete wo fabra medimafo ba hospital ba de ba kwese typhoid mo wa no se eba no wantu wo no nyina ase a afa ebe wi ase no na omasa multiply ewo ni peduanom system no oma multiply bebre afa o meko de tie oni peduanom na oso bete wan hwe obi hia kro beka che ebia wonya HIV mo ani bi nanso na ebia wonya bi na typhoid no ana osa fabra medimafo Heba hospital obi se menya fatty liver yese masrawa no mahrawa no ahohono woni paduanum sa hrawa no ahohono fabra medimafo Heba hospital na ye moa na onum a obi se o menya ulcer eni ntino yese ma meni moko yese ma meni aduane we yese ma meni we pacho ulcer enchira aduane bia bare ya na mpempi no ya na obi ho a o se adura me de ma we no men ni sa aduane we na men ni sa aduane but ulcer no enchira aduane bia ya na me kan se ulcer no ye wa babesa 17 ulcers ewo ni paduanum na ya na de dodo na ya na e bodin ya peptic ulcer afi dodo na ulcer eno ni ulcers ya ta bodin barade ba ko se ulcer no ya ne kofar ba nyina na se ayesa bia obi pomade na ode line afa atade mo so ode line na fa atade no musa se ode iron to ade no na line na ode afam no ba bi hia afi wo hia ewo ni paduanum bon se na etwitwiri wo nipadua no won se na wo nipadua no ekape na se etwaw sana osanete ubon se line na wo nso no nom se eho ba bi tochema ya ewotere entenya wotere pe afei bibi bia befam biara na eye oya na afei account na ontimi enye ho ba bia eno no ye line na wo nso no nom no enti eno no na ma bibi afamu a ontie no ba eho nya kape afei na ohaw eba enti wo sa eho na wotere ne kuro na aba wo se yetimi ema ne wuo eno ene sa osana ya na eba ewo ye nso no o de ba medima fo ba hospital ba cho ye bo na ye to ase e de amam men ka se osa no eni aduro ba osa e wa aduro kese pa o ba medima fo ba hospital ye be bo na afei ye to sa ha na se de amam obi se wanya hepatitis emu de hin A ana B ana C ana D hepatitis type bia wanya bia no fa bra medima fo ba hospital na ye mu aduro ne entreat na yenyu free sa ohaw nom ekoba na sa ho betimi ato na empempi no enso no se obi ho a oba e betimi amu aduro sara be ya eno nso betimi prevent se ontimi nya bie dodo na na ye bom pane ba se abibiduro ho a ye de be ma na afi nso watimi anya apomden ye ma me no ma mo nkura se ne ye kuyayo no ntino obi akoto sa ama ne sisi wotene mu entene drivers ne bebre atena stage sa otene mu entene ye wo wachi a obetene ye duro a oba medima fo ba hospital doctor ade mfidie hwe oni paduanum no hu adekode a aso sisi no na ma untumi ntene mu a ye mu oduro mu akwakonom wachi a obetene kuro ya no obi wo ni tipai na nkasa ni titimi dwane gaga mpacho ye ma obi no ma wachi a obetene no obon se utina ajo form medima fo ba hospital haban ene endubena hodo no hini ena Dr. Tam da so ede ye adwuma ewo Kumase Ebuakwa atwoma agogo afi akra enso epoko ase mayira na wo pressure wo so a mentena se entwen afi yare bia fruit ri su koso na se menka so oba yare wa amome yare so ntimidima fo ansa enne amene o kase Dr. Tena se epoko ase mayira nyame adom o chena nso obetena se epoko ase mayira ba na Fridays na premium service eno no book appointment na wakokoshia doctor na wo book appointment na 200 Ghana cedis for Fridays no opeso share doctor ankasa on Friday and de obekona doctor ho sikatua bia no 200 cedis bia charges bia enim but Thursdays no obehu doctor na ankasa but eno no unkotua 200 cedis bia but Fridays no de odi ama appointment for no eno ntire 200 Ghana cedis for registration onya tua ba akopa enkosisa ho beto no untua 200 Ghana cedis bia for appointment bia biem eno nyame adom chena eno ntu betimi afra numbers no na so book for appointment nyame adom chena e bia pese opo adwuma na obeba doctor betena se na watwen e o medima fo ba hospital ye do sini akobar me kan chiro say on the 21st of September doctor birthday no ebesi Sunday and birthday no hihye no ene say ka esiso a doctor edema anya so anya ma na boroso na woto bigo but Bible say o mamu o nhira asena ogie eno ntina doctor ema no na o ma sada be ya ono nso betimi anya na ho bambo akoso ade ama ono na adwuma yefo nyina eno nti nhwehwe da ho no se doctor mpeso betam ka no de ama asomasi gini nti no o se wo ba medima fa ba hospital wo beje aduro ho ato ana ebi wa guso nom o de anuro bottles no ma 10 edu eba na o ma coupon ba ako enti wo de 50 ba e ma coupon 5 wo de 100 ba e ma coupon 10 enkosi 21st no wo coupon no do so no wona ka na ya odia ba birthday celebrations na de Kumase for 22nd a Monday mubedi mu dia wa achade TV ni ade ebe che ho afi Accra on the 2nd October and Accra poko asemayira for munso mubedi mu die medima fa ba hospital Dr. Time da so wo sa wonti bibia ase no afre number na 0244 774282 0244 774282 and 0500 727215 0500 727215 medima for Heba Hospital Dr. Time edaso ebedase
yes yeah that's pa and a happy birthday to you, our actress Irene Opare. Happy birthday to you, Irene Opare. Happy birthday to you, veteran actress. Happy birthday to you, Radin Shah. Irene, we won't watch it. 50 59 looks good on you, man. Arino Pare, happy birthday to you. 59 years today. And then a happy birthday to you, Paulina. Antana Eni. Happy birthday to you, Paulina. Radisson Shaw. Happy birthday to you once again. Ahanom enamede eye jumedie no ebesimidin ye de omanso for Kojo Preko Dankwah. Drawing the curtains down today, taking a bow. And we are back tomorrow morning, God willing. Better Munyina say. Better production team led by the man himself, Richard Apia Sapon, Addison, and I'm facing Fifi. And then Kwekwana say. And then the boss himself, Amos, Madam Munyina say. And the newsroom, Medo Bibia also say. Hand you over to the man, say Joe. Or the mid-foot action, bro, from now to 2 p.m. It's going to be exciting sports, papa. Coming from Kessben. And into on 93.3 and I face 92.9. Kessben TV on DSTV channel, Go TV, and then Kessben Plus TV. Bro, stick and stay with us. Have a lovely morning. And I continue to say, I love you. Have a blessed and wonderful working day. And believe you me, ready baby, good morning.
No be a son, you be a small.